Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Whitaker, but you probably know it from the name of the channel. And I have a theory on why A, screenplays are accepted less and less by the years, and B, why the same veteran screenwriters are in the biz pumping out generic garbage now. And it's because of the screenplay format. The screenplay format is like the evil twin of a novel where instead of horizontal, it moves vertically. Now, what I mean by that is, no, the letters aren't just going one by one vertically. It's just more so vertically than side by side. It aims to go downward than left and right. This is tiresome for a multitude of reasons. It's less free flowing. Anything eye catching can be interrupted by how many segments it's made up of. It looks more overwhelming than it actually is from it being vertical, and you can never have momentum from how separated it is. Another reason is how much detail there is to each segment. They will tell you every detail of a segment, but at the same time, the stuff in every segment isn't separated. So imagine each segment has its own set of rules, but you, the reader, still have to separate the rules from the actual setting and dialogue. You couldn't be bothered to use different fonts or maybe make the text bigger, maybe use some brackets. Well, but you already separate everything else. Of course, anyone reading this, any screenplay, I mean, would just say, fuck it, I'm rolling the dice on it. The third reason that things that are uniform don't let you do anything, so you have to explain how a character acts before their lines and what the entire setting will be instead of what you actually want to use for the setting. Because of this, characters will be more one note and use to settings will be, well, they're just there. Now, we know they can use parentheses and possibly even brackets for everything else, but they don't, even though this would be better. This would better curate something that they obviously want to curate, because that's why this whole thing looks the way it is. It looks like prison cells for words. So I just think it's funny that they made the conscious decision to put more in parentheses in case dialogue gets cut off when you have all this space on the page from it being vertical. This one isn't even just criticism, it's just adorable. And this, you know what? This format, it does sort of remind me of those communist buildings that you see in the 50s, if you're ever familiar with those, where it's lifeless, uniform to a fault, very vertical, and is organized, but at the same time isn't from having problems in what it did organize. It's borderline paradoxical. Now, that being said, it's not all negative. There are definitely positives, because of course there has to be. So yeah, there are pros in this format. One, specifies what characters are supposed to look like, which of course is supposed to be welcome. And two, the pages are numbered in case your agent is a dumbass who trips over something and loses the papers. Now, of course, you'd use prong folders, but I guess this format's old, so yeah, you have to number the pages. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That being said, I made a possible remedy with a screenplay of my own format, and the title of it is Dusk of the Bright Sky. The format is loosely inspired by the Oedipus Rex play. If you know what that is, you'll know how it would look like. I did some tweaks so you can figure out how everything functions. It focuses on hard setting changes, camera panning, and works more horizontally than vertical. The link's in the description. It's free, so if you have the time, just check it out. Tell me what you think because I need as much feedback as I can to see if this is a good format or if I need to tweak it a little bit more. Any feedback is good. That being said, what are real, also in the description. And check out my socials, Rumble, Odyssey, Minds, Locals, like, subscribe, and take care.